Parents, do you want a nice and easy way to stay caught up on what your child is doing in Google Classroom? Well, I've got you covered. Hello there, everyone, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Danielle Rochford, and I am a grade 7 and 8 online teacher. And here on this channel, I like to make videos that help parents, students, and teachers in their online schooling journey. Well, today, I want to welcome all of you guys as you are joining me in the midst of a brand new series that I am doing. This particular series is all about Google Classroom, and it's a guidebook for both parents as well as students, particularly those that are unfamiliar with it. Today, I want to talk a little bit about Guardian Summaries. See, Guardian Summaries are one way that parents can stay in the loop so that they are aware of what their children are doing in Google Classroom. So your question might be, well, how do we get set up with Guardian Summaries? Well, let's dive into the computer and find out. So what I have here on my screen, this is an example parent account to go along with my example student account. So example student has recently gotten connected to Google Classroom and has a couple of different classes that he's enrolled in. And now the teacher has sent out an invitation for his parent to set up Guardian Summaries. So what that looks like is parents will receive an email. Now, depending on how you have your email set up, you might want to make sure that you double check spam folders and alternate folders in your email, just in case it accidentally got filtered into one of those places. So you'll notice on my example parent account here, it's not in my list here of primary emails. It actually went into my updates folder. All right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to open this up. Okay. And we'll notice that there is an email here that is entitled Get Google Classroom Email Summaries for Heidi. And that is our example student here. All right. So if we open up the email, you'll notice that there's some information that's given to you. It tells you what teacher has invited you as a guardian on Google Classroom. And it mentions here you'll get a weekly summary of your students' progress with missing and upcoming work, as well as new teacher posts. Okay. And so you have the option here for accepting or saying, I'm not the guardian. So if you accidentally got it, that notification, then you can decline it there. Okay, so let's go through the process here. We're going to click accept. All right, and so it tells us here, get classroom email summaries. We've been invited to get them, and it lets us know what email account we are signed in for. Okay, so this is test student is our example parent account here. So I'm double checking to make sure it is the correct email, and it is. Now, one issue that I have found that parents in the past have is when they are signed into multiple accounts on their web browser like Google Chrome. Okay, so you can test that out. If you go to this big circle here, you can take a look at all the different accounts that are signed in. Sometimes we have multiple people using the same browser, and this is how they end up signing in. We add another account and add another, and there's a whole bunch of different accounts signed in here. Sometimes Google Chrome can get confused when we log in that way. Okay. And so the best way to do that is to make sure that the Chrome profile that you are using is the one for the account. Okay. And that is the only account that is logged in on that Chrome profile. Okay. So there is a difference. So you notice there is a big circle down here. There's a smaller one up here. Okay, so this is everything that's going on here in this particular Chrome profile. Okay, this is the Chrome profile itself, the smaller one that is actually part of the web browser toolbar here. Okay, and so notice that I have a number of different profiles that are active. Okay, and if I were to click on another one, it would open up a completely different browser window for me. Okay, whereas this, if I add another one, it just adds another tab. Okay, and it can get very, very confusing for Google Chrome if we do it that way. So just make sure that it is, we're using the Chrome profiles here to log in, and it is the only account that is active on that profile. Then it won't get confused at all. Okay, so once you have verified that this is the proper email that you want, then you can accept. If you notice that it's a different one, it does give you the option here for switching your accounts. Okay, but this is the correct one for me, so I'm going to accept. All right. And now it takes us to the settings portion of this, okay? So right now it's set up for weekly summaries, okay? And you can actually change that, okay? So you can change it between weekly summaries to daily summaries, depending on how often you would like to get those emails. When my son was in school, I did sign up for the daily report so that I could stay right on top of things, knowing at the end of each day what exactly it was that he was expected to do, if he was behind in anything, or if there had been any, messages posted, announcements from teachers and things like that. So I chose daily, but if you would like just a weekly summary, you can choose that option as well. Okay. You can also set up the time zone that you are part of. Okay, so mine is Mountain Time. I've confirmed that. If I needed to change it, I could change it here. There's lots of options to change it, but I'm going to leave it as is. Okay, and so this is how I am now set up. So now as a parent, at the end of each week, okay, so that is Friday afternoons, I will receive an email all about what's going on in the classroom for the Google Classroom for my student. Okay. And so it's as easy as that. Nice and easy, just a few clicks, and you can have Guardian Summaries set up. Now, one of the things with the Guardian Summaries is that they are not an exact replica of everything that you would see in Google Classroom if your child was logged in. Okay, so your child logged into Google Classroom has much more details. Okay, but these Google Guardian Summaries, what they do is they sort of summarize everything that's happened. So whether it be daily or weekly, they let you know what's coming up. They let you know if anything is missing. Okay, so it hasn't been handed in. It's late. And those are the details that it focuses in on so that you have a good idea of what's going on. But you can't investigate, the specific grades that your child has received or any of those things through the Guardian Summaries. Okay, so it's more of a summary, as in the title, of what's going on. Okay, if you want to know more details, what I do suggest to parents is that they have their child give them a tour of their Google Classroom account. Have your child walk you through the different assignments, the different places and tabs on Google Classroom. Have them show their grades if the teacher has given access to that on Google Classroom. It's a great practice to sit down with your child on a regular basis and have them walk you through that so you can see exactly what it is that they are up to. Moving on into the next video that will be coming out, we're going to be focusing on due dates. So how can you figure out when things are due, what things are coming up? That's what we'll talk about in our next video. I look forward to seeing you there.